here we go. So got a Sweet Eats. This is going to be the, what is it? Very Cherry Berry Blend from Trader Joe's. And I'm doing 1 serving size, which is 1 cup, 140 grams, 80 calories, 0.5 grams of fat. So it has cherries, blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. And I've already measured it out and started letting it thaw, because last time I did a frozen item from Trader Joe's, I got a bit of it brain freeze. So we're going to see if we can get her past that. So it's thawing. Here is what it looks like. This is 1 serving size. So here's a cherry, here's one of the blackberries, here's a blueberry, and then these are the raspberries. It'd be like, cherries are backstroke, blackberries are breaststroke, butterfly is blueberries, and freestyle is raspberries. Or something like that. Could think of it as a berry medley. But no, it's a very cherry berry blend. Very cherry berry blend. That's Trader Joe's, not me. All right. So I'm going to let this thaw a little bit more. I decided, I was like, as it's thawing, is there anything, I may or may not have brought some of this up on the channel before. I was like, I'll do some things I have not done, because those can be kind of fun. So first up, I have not had / have not eaten at the fast food burger chain In-N-Out. So I mean, like, I have not been physically in person to a location, even without ordering food. And I have not ever eaten their food. And it's a fast food burger chain, In-N-Out. West Coast. I lived in California for over 4 years, and it wasn't, not for me. It also was like one of those things that I heard more hype about in areas where I did not live. And then like when I lived in California, it was kind of not as revered as it was by people who did not live in areas where In-N-Out was not located. If that makes any sense. Kind of thing. All right, the next I have not shopped at PacSun, which is like lumping it with the, it's like a store chain, retail chain of like, my sister liked it. It was like Abercrombie and Fitch, PacSun, H&M, was another Hollister, stuff like that. There's other. Not American Eagle. I liked American Eagle. But there was like, it was part of that clique. There were like, not all clothing chains have like a clique group, but like my sister was part of that like clique of that stuff. But yeah. And then I have not, so there's another, I have not been to Salt Lake City, Utah. I have been to Utah. I have not been to Salt Lake City, Utah. My sister drove through there, and I think it was early February 2020 when my sister and her, yeah, it would have been her husband at that point in time. Her husband were driving back from Boston. They like sent their stuff and then did a road trip back and went through New Mexico and got me this frog, which now has dust on it. It's on the top shelf. They got this frog in New Mexico. Hecho en Mexico, but they like got it in New Mexico. And then they came up through to Salt Lake City, Utah, back here. And I think one of them even flew here from Salt Lake. I don't know. So that was February 2020. And now my sister, her employer, backcountry.com, their headquarters is in Park City, Utah, which is like a 45-minute drive east of Salt Lake City, Utah. So she and her husband have been going there when she goes for work, or she goes, right, she flies in and out through Salt Lake City for work to go to her employer's headquarters in Park City. They've been talking about moving to Park City, Utah, or Salt Lake City, Utah. I don't know. That might even precede their February 2020 going through on their way, moving back in this area. I don't know. But yeah, that's a place she's far more familiar with than I am. We'll put it that way. And then last one, I have not ridden a motorcycle, neither as driver nor passenger. So I've not driven a motorcycle, and I have not been a passenger on a motorcycle, which would both, I guess, technically kind of be riding a motorcycle. I've not done that. I have been in a sidecar, and there are videos of that, or at least one video. No, there are videos of that on this YouTube channel. I put them when I visited my uncle and his wife in Kashmir. And I think that would have been 2020 that I got those videos. And published them on YouTube. Took those videos because I filmed them. Yeah, and he's, my entire life, and before I was born, I think, he was really into Harley Davidson motorcycles. Harley Davidson. And so Harley's, and like he would come over and bring his Harley and he'd be like, you guys want to go for a ride? And my sister loved motorcycle rides, that kind of thing. But I didn't ever do it. So I had a sidecar later in life. But motorcycles were very present in my upbringing via my uncle, kind of thing. But not for me. All right, it's thawing a little bit. You can see the juice, it's starting to look damp as opposed to just frozen. So you get going on the veggies. So those are my I have nots as this melts. So here's one of the, oh yeah, it looks good. Okay, blackberry. It's ripe, juicy, as in big kernels on the berry. Here's one of the cherries. Nice and ripe on the inside. One of the blueberries. Less thawed, but sweet, so ripe. Here's one of the raspberries. Doing it finger style first, because the blueberries at least are still a little, if I poke it too hard with this little fork, it might go fling. So we can still try. Here's a cherry. And we'll go back to the raspberry. And raspberries are naturally a little tart. If they're super ripe, they'll be sweet. So, the inside a little bit of a blackberry. This is excellent. Everything is ripe. The tartest are the raspberries. Berries are grown in Washington State. We have the right climate for it. So these 4 berries, also like boysenberries, huckleberries, salmonberries, that kind of stuff, are pretty common here. So we don't really have fad blueberry trends because we have blueberries in the backyard. We have blackberry bushes, wild blackberry bushes that crawl over the fence. We have raspberries. We have strawberries are also, this is the right climate for it. So berries are kind of, they come in and out of season, but they're a permanent fixture by virtue of the climate of Washington State. Whereas some places, for closer to the equator, berries might be like oh, blueberry flavored things are all the rage right now. Versus here, it's kind of, we just look at those people and go, sucks to have that. But they get like bananas and pineapples and stuff. I lived in Hawaii for almost 3 years, in California for over 4 years, and it's interesting to see how different fruit trends can be because of the climate being producing certain foods. So like in Hawaii, pineapple wasn't a fad, it was a fixture of the foods, right? Versus in other places, pineapple things might be a fad or a trend because the climate isn't conducive to growing pineapples. So I am currently 12 or 13 on rating. I think when all of the berries are ripe. This is a 14 out of 10. Like fully ripe. They're still all ripe, but if we want to be super picky, there are bags of this that can be 14 out of 10. And I haven't really dug into all the blueberries yet, so, and some of them look like they might be a little tartar. Not like tartar sauce, but like more tart. This might be when we're actually running out of time. Ah. Well, let's see, how much time do we have left? I am gonna finish this. I will give it a 12 out of 10. I've hit some of the tartar berries. I have like a 14-30 minute cutoff kind of these days, so for my videos. So I'm gonna give this sweet eats of Trader Joe's berry blend frozen. So these are frozen berries and cherries. 12 out of 10. I enjoy this, and I will finish this, but I'm running close on time. So yeah, happy sweet eats.